social setting when you're sitting next to him. Forward with them? I know
I'm trying to, um, but again, it's when I don't like school.
Yeah.
I don't like the academic part of school. I like the social aspect of it, but academics, I can't appreciate them right now.
Yeah. Well, I definitely know. I mean, we've had, discussions about this in the past and that type of thing. And I've seen that you've always been a steady student. You've always passed all your classes. You've always really been on top of deadlines and signing up for things and being able to kind of manage your time with football practice and your academics. And you've really done a great job with that. And since I've known you, do you feel like you're still kind of, are you still?
I mean, yeah, I try not to fail classes.
Mm-hmm.
C's get degrees, as they like to say. So, and my mom and dad won't allow me to get D's or F's. Yeah.
Right.
So I try to keep it C or above.
Mm-hmm. So what are some, just going into your senior year, obviously you have some athletic goals, getting a scholarship and, advancing in the recruitment process. What are some other goals that you have for yourself in this upcoming year, and just even over the summer? Some short-term goals and some long-term goals. Have you thought about those at all?
I want to get faster.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get faster and stronger.
How does that happen? How do people get faster?
Oh, you train, work out, build up some muscles, and just that thing you got to constantly work at it, like my coach says.
Yeah. Okay.
There are no days off.
Yeah.
So even when you're not in a sport, you need to be out doing something.
Right. So just training, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Being active.
Yeah. So that's kind of your football goal for this summer is to get faster.
Yep.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah.
So what about like academically? Are you wanting to set some goals? What kind of goals are you wanting to set there?
Probably want to boost up my GPA a little bit.
Yeah.
So get mostly A's and B's this semester, or these upcoming 2 semesters.
Yeah. And even, goals to just keep you on pace what you've done in the past. I know, especially, we've all heard of senioritis and that kind of setting in. And I know, especially the summer before, you guys are all starting to drive. And so just kind of keeping that same focus that you've had all along.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Well, it sounds like you have it figured out. You know exactly what you want to do, and you set goals before, and you are continuing to set them, and you know how you want to reach them. So it sounds like you do have that totally figured out, as far as goal setting goes. Do you feel as motivated as you were before? I know that there's a lot of pressure with different schools coming out to look at you and that sort of thing. Or are you still feeling motivated?
I'm definitely motivated. There's a little more pressure on me. But at the same time, I want to have fun.
Yeah.
Right now, So, yeah, that pressure's there.
Yeah.
But I think I'll be all right.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like I've always been fine.
Yeah, the age that you're at right now. I mean, your decisions are changing. You're looking at long term and definitely having more kind of on your plate than ever before with the PSATs and the SATs and advancing forward academically. And even if it was playing football and taking steps, going to a junior college first and then transferring out, there's a lot of different options. And so for you, there's a lot of different things that you have to consider. And so I'm glad that you came in here today because we can kind of align those steps and get you squared away with what you need to be eligible for your universities and with the community college route if you do choose to go that way. So that's awesome. How are you feeling about your teachers for next year?
I've heard some good things and some bad things. I don't really know who I have yet. So there are a few I'm hoping for. Maybe some, the easier teachers.
Yeah.
And so, I haven't really thought about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you do have a whole summer ahead of you, but that's pretty good. I've heard that there's one of the teachers, Mr. Plum, is actually really great with helping his students prep for, the ACT and the SAT and really getting you guys prepared for that. And also you're an avid, which is really good for that also. So I think that'll definitely help get you where you want to go and keep you organized and get you prepared for that. Mm-hmm. What colleges were you saying you were looking at again?
Looking at Fresno State, Humboldt, Sonoma.
Awesome.
So.
Awesome. And your dad played at Fresno State, right?
Yep.
Cool. Awesome. Continuing the legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Have you talked to their coaches yet?
Send them my highlight tape, but I haven't talked to them.
Oh. Well, I'll see if I can help you with that one too. I know your coach has asked me, and we've worked with other players in the past, that type of thing. So I'll try to put my little word in for you also.
Awesome.
Cool. So next week, I'm thinking that we'll do the same session next week, and we're gonna kind of just continue with this whole idea of, actually it might not be next week, it might be in a couple weeks, just kind of let you get settled in, and then we'll move forward. And we're gonna continue with this idea of basically just figuring out how to get you where you need to be with all of your goals. You know, it's kind of as opposed to, I know you were saying before, you know, football and training, and you're also a good student. And so just making sure that, you know, we continue molding you and helping you out with all of your goals, not just academics and not just, you know, athletics, but also your social goals and that type of thing as well. I know for a young man, and when you do have all these big life-changing decisions on your plate, you know, you do tend to maybe favor one of the aspects of your life more than the other. So my goal, and I think that you have the same goal as me, is to basically just, you know, set goals for each of the components of your life: academic, athletic, and social. I know that that's a big thing, and the way that you said it earlier, actually, you know, it's hard being in a classroom and being in there with your friends, and you really enjoy school more for the social part than the academic part. So we'll factor that in as well.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. So one of the things I did want to talk to you about also, just the social goals, or your along the lines of being social, is just making sure that, you know, no one's going to tell you who you can and cannot be friends with, but making sure that your friends are aware of your goals and understanding that and wanting to help you and encourage you to succeed and to stick to your goals, as opposed to kind of, you know, having you alter them or hold you back from meeting those goals.
Okay.
So that's kind of an awkward conversation to have with your friends sometimes. I know that sometimes that can come up, and then you feel like maybe there's some tension between you and your friend or something, but there are different ways of addressing that situation with friends and stuff. Have you had any situations like that you can think of yet?
Mm-mm.
No? Good. Well, maybe a lot of your friends are kind of similar goals as you, but just making sure that you're around good influences, and you know, whoever you choose to be friends with, they're aware of your long-term, short-term goals.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I think we're going to do this again. Like I said, we'll do this again in a couple weeks, and we're just going to continue with this path. Next couple weeks, we're going to start setting some actual goals and how we can reach them, and just continue moving forward.
Okay? Awesome. Yeah, I can do that.
All right. So I think overall you've had a really good session. We both have. I learned a lot more about you. I kind of I knew that you were wanting to succeed in your long-term athletic goals, and you're doing well academically, and you and I are kind of on the same page about moving forward with scheduling those tests and doing that type of thing. So I'm happy to hear that.
Awesome.
All right, Eric. Well, I think that concludes our session for today. And we'll just move forward. So feel free, grab a piece of candy, and you can eat it on your way back to class. Kind of transition back into classroom mode.
Awesome. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Thanks.